Right, looking at this week ahead, which is going to be the last week in November, I'm pretty sure. Didn't even actually check. Yeah, heading into the last week of November, so we'll see what we can do in it. But starting off with this pair, AUD/JPY. This pair is bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4 hour. The weekly's pulled back. Last week gave us a bullish engulf candle. This week what I'm looking to see is that wick pullback and then a push up continuation of this engulf candle following the trend. And then on the daily I can see the EMA is being respected. You can see strong bullish rejection to it, another hammer rejection. Price has now come down. Price has now come down and shifted structure here, going bullish. As you can see, come down, dragonfly doji, where we can then potentially have that morning star pattern, nice little elbow, boom, 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 push up to the upside. This trade is ready to go. I'm looking to enter that as soon as the market opens Sunday. Being that it's a JPY pair as well, I'm more than happy to enter it at 10 o'clock tonight, because what I'm looking to see is a little pullback and then price continue up, targeting the next daily structure point. There's quite a few pairs, granted, but take into consideration I'm not trading all these, I'm just looking at them, right? We'll see, what did I actually write down? Price at 4 hour area of interest, yeah. So, bearish, looking for a continuation of this impulse push. Last week, the weekly gave us a shooting star. So this week, I'm looking for, you can see, we pushed down, pulled back. We've rejected the area of interest with an engulf candle and a shooting star. And what I'm looking for in this upcoming week is price to come down, tap into the lower low, and then for the 4 hour to give me this lower high, retest of previous structure, EMA, and then push down. But for that, I'm going to be waiting for a lower time frame shift of structure to indicate that the pullback is over here, and then I can look for my entry. So this pair is very close to being ready. Euro USD. Again, a lot of these pairs, what I'm looking at right now is a continuation of the impulse. So you can see all time frames are bearish, right? Weekly bearish, daily bearish, 4 hour bearish. The daily has a beautiful structure point for us to come back, retest, give us a weekly wick, and then continue down. And then Euro JPY, very similar. We shifted structure, bearish on the weekly, looking for that weekly continuation for price to pull back to this area of interest, psychological level, tap into that weekly EMA to give some selling pressure, and for sellers to potentially step into the market where we can capitalize on a retest of structure on the daily time frame, a retest of structure, psychological level, area of interest, all the juicy shit, potentially, right? It's always potentially, maybes, if, buts, never certain. So you can have an idea of what you're looking for at the beginning of the week, but is that going to always play out? No. Am I only looking for that? No, because you never know. You have to be open-minded, all right? Because there could be a quality opportunity that, let's just say, for example, that price didn't pull back to here and it pulled back to up here. This is still bearish, and maybe that gave you an even better entry, but because price pushed above here, you just disregarded that pair, didn't even look at it, where this actual opportunity, let's say that this opportunity only gave you a 1 to 3, right? Price comes up here. You would have got, let's say, hypothetically, you got a shorter stop loss and a bigger take profit, and you would have made you would have had about a 1 to 7. That is the type of mindset you have to take into the markets. Like, what if? Okay, maybe price is going to do this. If it doesn't, how else could I capitalize off of this? There's always another opportunity down the road. Just remember that. All right. USD CHF, again, it's the same shit. So I mean, it's always the same shit every week, but impulse, looking to ride that impulse, clean break, looking for a push up, a little push up, pull back, or a wick retest. You can see the 4 hours pushed up beautifully, the daily's pushed up beautifully. We're simply just waiting for a retest. CAD CHF, the weekly's bearish, right? If the weekly was bullish, this would be sexy. But why I'm looking at this and for a potential buy, not only do we have clean structure on the daily and 4 hour, but there's a correlation here, okay? The Canadian dollar and the US dollar, very similar economic wise, all right? Some would say they're pretty much the same. But you look at USD CHF, right? And look at the big push it had from down here. You see price was consolidating, and then what did we see? We saw a massive push out, right? I'm going to highlight this for you. Massive push out to currently where we are now. And then we saw that break, and then price just ride. So, and you look, they are very similar, okay? These two pairs are awfully similar. I mean, look at this shit, right? Price came down, yada yada yada. Morning star, shooting star rejection indicating high selling pressure here, right? And then buyers just swept through that. So we can see there's clearly a strong amount of buyers in this market from this and this. So we'd be looking, right? Realistically, is this just a couple weeks behind? Maybe, but this is my thought process to it. It's sort of an added confluence on top of the daily structure being beautiful for a retest. Strong area of interest, EMA coming up, 4 hour, beautiful. If it was to retest here, it's already bullish. EMA is coming into this area. Like, tell me that psychological level also. I didn't even notice that, but put that there, right? Look how many things line up at this area for a potential buy opportunity, right? Keyword always potential. Right, next pair, NZD CAD again. Again, right, I'm looking to ride the impulse, right? We never know when this lower low is going to stop, so if the daily gives me a clean break and retest, I'm a fucking take it. So area of interest 1 or 2, we're either looking for a kadunk, right? Or a kadunk. Very simple. GDP USD, same shit, different pair. Again, riding the weekly lower low, break, retest, simple, efficient. It's all we're looking for. And NZD USD, we're looking for the same fucking shit, alright? Granted, this isn't as clean, but break, retest, badunk. GDP AUD, I don't know, do I even need to explain what I'm looking for here? Break, retest. This, not as clean as these other pairs. You can see there's no clear structure which adds confluence to our trades. Like GDP USD, nice clean structure point. GDP AUD, not so clean. But potential, this is why I always say potential, because this might provide a beautiful potential evening star for us. And then you'd be like, oh bro, why wasn't I looking at this market? So this is why I have so many markets. I'm observing them, but am I going to execute on all of them? I mean, I'm not going to say I hope not, but realistically, I'm not going to execute on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on all 12 pairs. If I do, that would be one for the books, so it's always a potential, but it's unlikely. You know, I have high standards for a trade. All right, you want high quality probability setups, right? For those to happen, you have to be patient, and you also have to watch a lot of opportunities go. All right, it's like sitting in the bus stop and waiting for a nice empty bus. Okay, there's going to be a lot of buses that are full and it's noisy on there, and you just don't fancy getting on. But there's going to be that bus that there's not too many people on, it's nice and quiet, and you can enjoy the ride, you know. Next pair. Philosophical Danny, you know. Did I explain? No, GDP card. Did I explain? It's the same fucking shit. Break, retest, yada yada yada. Very simple yet efficient. Price could pull back to this area or this area. 4 hours still stays bearish from this current point. So I can tell you all this, but throughout the week it's going to change. So this is how it looks on Sunday and how my perspective heading into the week is. But midweek, things will start shifting. My perspective might change. Some of these pairs might drop off my list, some others might pop up, you know. But that's it. It's quick, simple. Every market is very similar. Some of them little frisky to take a trade on, some aren't. No.